Here we are, sky mirror for the week starting July 12th and going through the middle of July. I was looking for a way to describe this time, and I had a lot of strange stuff, but now it just popped up turbulent times. Turbulence is when the wind isn't smooth, the water isn't smooth. And man, this is an unsmooth time. You could even have trouble thinking thoughts at times here with the planets set up as they are, and there's some pretty strange stuff going on. Take a look at it. First of all, here's another way to see it in my ephemeris, and I marked this long ago. Here's the week in July 2013 when I get circles like this and reds and things like, there are things going on here. What's going on? Well, Saturn stationed 5-6 days ago for you. And Saturn makes it cold and scary. And he always kills by crushing deaths where big, huge things fall on you. And when I see Saturn stationing, he's 9 days off. The Uranus station is quakiness and turbulence, things that go around and things that suddenly change. Saturn and Uranus, bad combination. Big buildings fall down on people and kill them. And so you're already in the crushing time, and the Saturn and the sober time, and the judges are saying this and that, running your life. Here comes the revolutionary time up ahead on the 17th, when Uranus stops and things are going to get shaky. Now Mercury turns out to stop 3 days later in exact square to Uranus. Turbulent times. Wow, we'll be lucky if any of our communication transportation systems work properly. Remember now, when Uranus is doing stuff, it's the connections. It's your battery connections. It's other connections, okay? Yeah, and Mercury, well, the messenger, indeed. Now he'll be back to 12 degrees in about 10 days from you. And the two guys together, they could make for a lot of tornadoes, hurricane-like winds, strange quaky things. It's a week of strange interruptions. What's that? Is that a click on my telephone? Is the CIA listening to me now? The judge okayed it? Ugh. Saturn makes things cold. Here's the other thing. Jupiter and Mars getting together. Look at that. Mars goes into Cancer in a few days from where you're at and moves up there, hits 6 degrees of Cancer where Jupiter is. Now, Jupiter makes things larger. What do you make larger? Heat. This heat thing has just started, folks. Yes. Okay. Well, let's get to the job at hand. You got a pattern of planets here. The judge is still helping the Neptune guys, and now Jupiter, the lawyers, are in cahoots with them, and look out, they're going to give away the fish and the ocean and a whole bunch of stuff, and they're wanting to please the special interest Neptune. Enough said of that. This is not a good trine. I see this as a rather evil grand trine, Saturn and Jupiter and Neptune. They sure don't care about it, Uranus, although the president's trying to do some environmental work. So we got this pattern. And what happens is the moon goes all the way around in 1 month. And here it is out here. And these dates are when the moon goes through that part of the sky. And here's the little angles they make to these various players on the stage, the planets. So if the moon is opposing Neptune, doggone, we don't like all this Neptune stuff. No, we don't like it. And that's where it's at Thursday night. This is late. This is 9, 10, 11 o'clock Thursday night on 7/11. Well, we don't want religious fanatics around. We don't want, special interests. I really don't want to hear any more about gay marriage and all this. They're just talking about whether Snowden's a good guy or a bad guy. Why don't they talk about the facts that he uncovered? No, it's called smoke and mirrors. And that's what our politicians, Saturn and Jupiter, are doing now. trining Neptune. Come on, have a drink. Don't worry about it. Boo. So don't drink Thursday night because you won't like it. And there's some truth and wisdom Thursday afternoon. Nice sextile to Jupiter. And things get more sober right after you have that bad smell, bad fish, bad Neptune. Well, here's a sextile to Saturn. Well, the judge says it's okay. The law, the regulations say it's okay. Uh-oh. So you're on it Thursday night. Yeah. You'll see the flim-flam. Too bad. Judge down voting rights stuff. Well, the moon went into Virgo. Here it went into Virgo early Thursday morning. Still in Virgo on July 12th. And starts in the morning with a nice trine to Pluto. Discovery. Yes, we understand more about these extreme things now. The policing, these DEA, CIA, FBI, NSA. And no, it's not going to bother you. You're just going to learn more. I'm going to talk about it Friday night. Here's a sextile to Mercury. Not too bad. On Saturday morning, there's a sextile to the Sun, and you'll actually have a plan and get ambitious and start getting stuff done, which will continue right into Saturday night till you hit just about dinner time or after dinner here, once it's dark, so to speak, because the moon goes from Virgo into Libra, and as soon as it does, here's a square to Mars. It's too hot. Here's a square to Jupiter and the full moon point, and it's getting lunatic-like, the hotness and the expansion and the nuttiness of it all, and it's too much. This leads you into the Uranus stuff. The power's out, and it squares Pluto. The police aren't being able to control it. And wow, what a chaotic Sunday. It really starts Saturday night, but it goes all the way through Sunday. Here's when your electrical stuff doesn't work. Here's when you got to check the connections. Yep. But it's you'll find out Monday morning transportation communication isn't working very well. Here's a problem with Mercury and the last new moon point, and lunacy is afoot, and you think you're going to get there on time? I'll give you a 50% chance. That's all. Here, if you relax a little bit, Monday could be better. Around lunchtime, here is a nice sextile to Venus. There could be some sweets around. But just following that, there's a square to the Sun. You're not going to get much done Monday afternoon and evening. So I hope you got into the relaxing mode. Late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, really, the moon shifts into Scorpio. There's a full moon point here that's a little tricky. And once the moon's in Scorpio, you're in the Saturn zone. Yes, the great malefic is here. He's going to cool it off, sober us up, or tick us off by... the judge gave all our money to the oil companies and the drug companies, and Monsanto patented my nose. So look out. So it's all dreamy in the morning, Tuesday morning, a trine to Neptune, yeah? And then Saturn comes in and kind of frees it up. Let's make a law. Let's make a law saying nobody can sue us. And then a little bit later, there's a Jupiter trine, and the lawyers all say, yeah, as long as you include us, that's a good law. Uh-oh. Discovery happens late Tuesday night. The moon's in Scorpio, and you get something real out of it all. On Wednesday morning, if you still don't have the blues from Tuesday, the moon goes by the north node here between breakfast and lunch, and there's some nurturing around, and the public isn't that stupid. No, so it feels a little better on Wednesday morning. Wednesday night, yeah, here's the opposition to Venus. Oh, it's a square, excuse me. And everybody's hung up and wants sweet, but you can't get enough or you overdo it Wednesday night. Want love, sex, sweets? You'll overdo it and it won't be satisfying. But you'll probably well overdo it anyway. Thursday morning, really early, here's 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. There is a nice trine to the Sun, and you got some ambition. Hold on to it, because the time you get to dinner time and after dinner time, here's a square to Neptune. The moon shifted into Sagittarius. And once that shift happens around breakfast or so, confusion Delusion. I don't know where I'm going. I'm off balance. Look out. Goes through Thursday, through Thursday evening, and not until Friday morning, early breakfast time, is a nice trine to Uranus. And the mind clicks in and the internet comes on. And I'm glad I didn't listen to all those movie stars and watch all those war movies. Watch the BBC, NHK, see what they have to say about Mr. Snowden, his wonderful Mercury work. Anyway, Friday night, gee, you could get lucky. Here's a trine to Venus on July 19th. Happens about midnight, and everybody's getting some sweets, some love, some sex. It's here. Good time. Start with brotherhood Friday morning. Call that person up on the telephone. You could email him if you want. Start with Uranus kind of stuff and end with Venus. Pretty nice Friday. Saturday on July 20th, the moon shifts into Capricorn, and you're back in the turbulent zone. Things that go around, high winds, interruptions. Yeah, it's difficult. You could feel good about it, feel kind of secure here, Saturday afternoon and evening. There's a sextile to Saturn. But as you go to late Saturday night, the moon's going by Pluto. Eek! The CIA, the NSA, the bugs, the stingers, the scorpions, the panicky, the weapons of mass destruction, and a square to Uranus. There's noise, and an opposition to Mercury. Can't communicate. If you feel panicky here, you're probably going to stutter, and you won't be able to talk about it. This is a nasty time. Yeah, this Saturday night, Sunday morning is every bit as nasty as this time over here, which was Saturday night, Sunday morning, all right? You see when the square goes off. So I hope you enjoy yourself Friday, and don't expect to get out and do stuff Saturday night, Sunday morning, because it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be a turbulent time. You know, if it's electrical, check the connections.